Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be teaching you the ins and outs to Fast Food Simulator, and I've just started a server, so I'm going to hit on the door to enter, and the first thing it's going to want you to do according to the tutorial is to change the name of your restaurant, which I'm going to do here very quickly. Once you have figured out the name you would like, hit apply, and then we can walk into the door and finish the next step of the tutorial, which is to walk in this back room here and turn on the computer. To open the doors, all you have to do is left click on your mouse, and then back here is a computer. Once again, left click to turn on the computer, and it will take a few seconds and it will log you in. Now left click on the computer to use it, and then we're going to go to market to place our first order. And in this market tab, you should be able to order any food item you need for your restaurant, as well as containers and bags. For this first order, I'm going to hit the check mark under the beef patties, the burger buns, and the burger wrappers, and then hit the top right to get ready to put your order through. Here you can change the quantity. I'm going to order 2 of each, but you can change the beef patties to 6, the burger buns to 2, and the wrappers to 3. That's the max you can do in a single order. And then just hit purchase, and we'll walk in the back here to unload our first truck. Once you get back here, left click again to open the door, and the truck will spawn right outside here. We just have to wait for it to show up, and I'll show you how to unload the truck. Once the truck is here, it'll come to a complete stop, and then you can left click on the back of the doors to open up the truck. Here you can see all the items that you just purchased, and right click on any box to be able to grab it. Now we're going to open up the fridge here by left clicking the doors, and we're going to put the burger patties right here, and we're going to continue this process with the burger patties and grab some buns. The buns can go anywhere. The beef patties are best to go in the fridge, and the wrappers we're just going to put on the counter for now. Once again, just right click and you should be able to grab the box. For the buns, you should be able to grab a stack of 4 or 5, depending on how they are laid out in the truck. The tutorial is going to want you to place an item on the floor right here. I don't know why it wants you to do that, but then you can see the next step of the tutorial. It wants you to grab and make a burger patty, which I'll show you how to do that in the next step here. This is the last box of the burger wrappers, so I'm going to left click on each of the doors and walk back inside, and now the truck can leave and I can place my next order whenever I'm ready. Or what I like to do is place my order at the beginning of the day, and then at the end of the day I can just put everything away. Let's prepare to make a burger patty by grilling it. Let's open up the box by hitting E. Let's grab a tray. You can rotate it with the scroll wheel, grab some patties and put them in the tray. Now this box is empty, so you can bring it over to the garbage here and put it in the garbage. Now you can place the patties on the grill one at a time by left clicking on each burger and putting it on the grill. Once it's on the grill, you have a little bit of time, so I like to open up my wrappers. Putting on the top, hit E to open and left click to grab, and you can actually stack them. Then the box becomes empty, so once again just throw it in a garbage. Now what I like to do is put it in the corner here, and then left click to grab a single item. Just be sure not to burn your burgers, and you'll need a spatula to flip the burgers. You can see they are almost done here, so once they get to 100%, all I'm going to do is grab my spatula, left click, right click to flip, and then left click to place. So it's left click, right click, left click. Now I'll let the other side cook. I'll grab out my tray, which is where these are going to go when they are done. Just make sure you don't have them stacked or you won't be able to place them. And then you can watch as the bottom side of the burger gets cooked. This will take a little bit. You can always do a little task while you're waiting for it, but sometimes I don't want them to burn, so I just kind of sit here for a few seconds as it's cooking. Be sure not to overcook them over 120% or the customers will not like them. I don't like to cook anything less than 100%, so if it's at like 95% when you take it off, just put it back on for a few more seconds and let it cook to that full 100. Just be sure to not let it go over 120%. Now I'm going to make my first burger by going over here and left clicking, not right clicking. Left clicking, you'll be able to grab a pile of burger buns. I like to put them right here. And then what you'll do is you'll left click, take from pile, put the bottom bun down, grab your burger, and then put your top bun on, and then hit E to wrap. Now you have successfully completed this part of the tutorial. Next, we are actually ready to open up the restaurant, but first let's throw this in the garbage because no customer is going to want that sitting out for an hour or so. Left click on the sign right here, and you have opened the restaurant. Now you just have to wait for your first customer. I like to set up some burgers, get them ready while I'm waiting for the customers. You can do this in any order you would like. Just be sure not to wrap the burgers before the burgers on it and the top bun, or they will not be able to open it back up to be able to fix the mistake that you have made. Let me cook a few more burgers here. I am suspecting about 9 or 10 customers, and you can see this guy is walking in right now. So I gotta be sure to take his order and grill these at the same time, which is why sometimes I like to prepare a lot of burgers because they're not going to go bad. You can see this customer right here wants a single burger. I'll grab a tray and grab his ticket, put it on the tray. This is for mostly when you have staff and a lot of people working together to not get confused on where the burger goes. Wrap my burger. Next, let's check on these burgers. Are they almost done? They're almost done, so let's flip them. They are not above 120%, which is really good. Now let's go deliver this tray. Left click on the tray and walk it over to table 16, which you can see from your ticket. And here comes another customer. A similar process will follow. Left click to place the order, grab the ticket, put it on a tray, check on my burgers before they burn. Okay, those are good. Grab a single tray. You cannot deliver the food unless it's on a tray. So wrap this guy's burger, and let me check on my burgers before they burn. They are done, so let me put them on this tray. One at a time. You can only fit 6 burgers on each tray, so just make sure you grab out another tray if you have more than 6 burgers on the grill. Now we can go and deliver this burger to this guy at table 6. So we'll walk over here. It's all the way in the back corner, and left click to be able to deliver the food. We'll want to watch the first guy. When he's done eating, we'll have to put his tray at the garbage station and put all the garbage in the garbage. I'm going to grab out another tray just to get it ready. Grab this guy's ticket, and he wants a single burger, which you can do by looking at the ticket, or there are different monitors. And then I'll deliver it to table 1, which is luckily the first table, which is a short walk, and then I will wait for my next customer. But I'm going to prepare for the next customer by grabbing some burger buns out and placing the bottom buns. I just like to place the top ones anywhere I can while I put the burger meat on. If you have your volume set right, you'll be able to hear when your next customer shows up. They'll say something along the lines of hello, that way you know they're there. And then we can repeat this process for the next customer. For the first day, the mostly just want single burgers, but there's an occasional double burger, as you can see here. And we will deliver this to table 4. Our shop closes at 9 p.m. and you can see the time in the top right. The game mode I have selected is easy, but you can do many different modes. You can play with up to 6 players. They can help you out. You can have one person always on the grill, one person getting drinks when you unlock that. There's also ice cream and coffee and french fries, chicken nuggets, and chicken patties. I'm sure there will be an upgrade soon. As you can see, this guy is leaving. Let's grab the money, grab his tray, put the tray in the garbage, and then you can put all the garbage away, and then the tray will go right on top. Then we'll get the next person's order, which is for table 2. He just wants a single burger. So once again, we'll just wrap this burger and put it on the tray. I don't like to wrap them right away in case they want a double burger. That way I'm not just putting it to waste. Alright, all these people look good. Let's go see if we have another customer. We currently do not have another customer, so let me see what else I can do. Maybe I'll put some more burgers out. It is only about 2 o'clock p.m. So I think we'll get a few more customers, which is why I like to put a few more down. You'll see on the next day, I like to prepare by starting with about 10 to 15 burgers, because that way it's quicker, and I'm only one person playing this, so that way I don't want to be able to grill and deliver the food at the same time. That it seems to get very hectic, which is why I like to put a bunch down at the beginning of the day. But the first day is usually pretty light, so it doesn't take that long to be able to put some burgers down and serve the customers. It seems to be able to do it in a reasonable time frame, and I don't seem too cluttered on the first day. Now once again, just keep delivering the trays as orders pop up. Make sure you grab your money or you will not get paid for that customer. How this game works is
Hello.
you get paid after they're done eating, not before. So be sure to treat your customers nicely or else you will not get paid. Make sure to give them the correct order or they will give you lower money or possibly leave. Also be sure to take the orders somewhat quickly or they could leave the counter and then you do not get their order and therefore do not get their money, and your satisfaction will go down and your population will go down, which you do not want as a business owner. So I'll just keep repeating this process. I'll be able to put some burgers out. I'll make sure I grab all the money and grab all the trays, put them all in the garbage, and I'll be sure to place all the orders, try and get that 100% satisfaction, and I'll just continue this process over and over till the end of the day.
Hi.
And I'll show you how I like to close the day out once I get there. There is a possibility that the customers will show up after 9 o'clock, so you can either close the store, or what you can do is just accept their order and deliver it to them. They want a burger. I do currently not have any burgers ready, so I'm going to put 2 down, assuming that there's one person behind them, and I'll take their order while I'm putting the patties down. You can always look at the order and not take it right away, as to make sure you get full satisfaction from the customers. Just be sure to balance taking their order and delivering their order with about equal time, or they might get upset and not come back. As you can see, it is now 9 o'clock. If I do walk up to the store and close it, all the current customers in the store will leave. As you can see, there's really not that many left, but I want to make sure I get paid and make sure I get full popularity from them. So I'll keep it open as I'm delivering to this last customer here. Make sure you don't overcook the burger quantity because you will not be able to put them in the fridge and use them the next day. You will be able to use the uncooked ones, which I will explain here in a little bit. Let me just finish cooking these burgers and bring this out to the table that wanted it. And then I'll make sure I clean up all the tables, all the trays, all the money I grab, and then I'll put the trays back at the front, which you don't have to do. It just, you'll run out of trays eventually if you don't bring the trays that are at the garbage to the front. Let me make this burger and put the spatula down. You can put the spatula down anywhere, and then I'll wrap this burger, put it on the tray, and deliver it once again, which is pretty much the same process as we've been doing the whole day. Be sure to clear the tables like I just mentioned. There are currently a lot of trays here, but you can actually take 10 at a time, and you can take more than one tray from a table if there's no garbage on them. It doesn't stack the garbage, which is why mostly I just do it one at a time. And then right click on the pile of trays and you'll take 10. And then I just like to put them back down here where they were. You can really organize the kitchen however you want, but you can't move the grill and the fridge and things like that. It's just the layout's pretty much the same, but you can decide where you want to make the burgers, where you want to put the trays, where you want to put the beef patties, all that stuff you can determine on your own. Let me just wait for this last customer and then I'll show you how I close for the day. Sometimes what I like to do is I like to put the trays out by the soda machine, which I'll show you right here. If I walk over here, I like to turn the orientation like this, and then I like to put single trays out like this. Just helps save some time if it's really busy. And then what I could do is I could stack more on that bottom left pile. Just kind of do however is best for you. I do have one extra patty that I will have to throw away here in the garbage, and then I'll just put the tray back. Doesn't really matter where you put the tray, but I'll put it right here. That's how I like to organize my kitchen. And then for the beef right here, be sure to put it in the fridge by grabbing the actual container, putting it back in the fridge, and then shutting the door. And then that's the only thing you really need to do, because it's the only thing we took out from the fridge. Walk over to the sign, left click to close the restaurant, and then go back over here to end the day. Once again, hold down left click and it will end the day. Here you can see your end of your day report, total customers and the amount of money you earned, as well as your level, population, and your salaries. The total amount of money earned does account for that I did place a big order in the beginning of the day. So I do have to make sure when I'm figuring out how much money I actually made, I have to consider how much money I spent in the beginning of the day. So now I'm going to prepare for the next day. Similar process, doesn't really matter the order. I'm going to make some burgers, set up my stations, put some more patties down here, and then what I'm going to do after is I'm going to be able to open up the restaurant and prepare for the next day. In case I overcook the burgers, what I like to do is do them in batches between 5 and 8 usually, just to be sure in case I overcook one or the game gets glitchy, I don't want to lose a lot of patties, which is why I just like to do them in sets. I can always work on something else like preparing the buns or preparing the condiments once those get unlocked. It's kind of just something I like to do. It's personal preference, but you can choose the exact order you want to do things in. I'm getting a little bit low on the beef patties, so let me head into the computer and order. I'm just going to order, I think, 2 more for now, and I'll grab them from the truck. Once again, you don't have to place an order at any time in the day. You could actually do it in the middle of the day, but I just want to make sure I get my full population and get my full satisfaction from the customers, which is why I like to do it in sets of doing the orders in the morning, and then what I'll do is I'll close, put everything back in the fridge, end the day, and then kind of repeat the process. Any order you would like. If you have more people playing, someone could put an order in the middle of the day and you can maybe still satisfy all the customers. Once again, you can kind of choose how you want to do it. The burgers will not go bad sitting on the buns. However, later when we unlock certain things like coffee and ice cream, those cannot sit out or the customer will be disappointed. But I'll explain that probably in a later video once we unlock those 2 items. Now let's start the day and repeat the process. This time I'm not going to do a time lapse, but it's very similar. You only have unlocked the burgers and you've only unlocked buns and wrappers. So it's a pretty repetitive process so far. You'll either make a single burger or a double burger for the customer. And then once I hit in a few levels here, we'll be able to unlock soda, and I'll show you how to do that. But let me run through this day really quickly to get some more levels, and I'll let you guys know once I'm done with the day. The last customer has just left. I'm actually going to put his tray up front here, and I'm going to set up my tray station here for the next day. Once again, you don't actually have to do that. I would not recommend setting up the buns on the wrappers, because once you end the day, they will no longer be there and they'll actually be thrown away. So just be careful with that. The trays are fine, the wrappers are fine, but don't do the buns. Also, you don't have to turn off the computer. Sometimes I just like to do it, and you don't actually have to shut the back door, but I like to do it. Then once again, close the store, come over here, left click, hold down to be able to show the end of the day report. We have unlocked ketchup, which will actually be the last thing I'll show you guys how to do in this video. Once again, it's a similar process on every day. Open up the doors. I like to go to the computer and place an order, prepare some beef patties and get them cooked, and then get some trays ready. But let me place these out here and I'll get ready to start my 3rd day at this restaurant. And I'll go to the computer here really quickly and buy some ketchup, which will be delivered in that truck in the back once again once I hit purchase. For the ketchup, I'm actually going to put one of them in the fridge. I don't actually know if it actually has to go in the fridge. I just like to keep it organized, and then when you get mayo and mustard, I just put them in the fridge, but I don't know if you really have to. And then for the second canister, I'll show you how to actually fill up the little squeeze packets. So now what you want to do is grab the red bottle here, and then hit it with the canister. I like to bring it over here. There's another one hidden back here, and you'll have 2 of each mayo, mustard, and ketchup. Now they're both full, and then I'll put it in the fridge back here just to keep it organized. And now I'm going to open the day, but that's actually unfortunately going to be the end of the video. Be sure to leave any questions you have down in the comment section, and I'll be sure to answer them or maybe make a video about how to do it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.